Welcome to the X-Ray Podcast. My name is Julio in company. Today in the studio, finally I have him back, my friend Roberto.
Good to be back. Good to be home in this beautiful studio.
Brother, this is a ongoing development. It's just like it keeps going and going, evolving every day. Now we have now we have Dan Bongino still, in limbo regarding Donald Trump, coming back to the cabinet since he left Friday. He haven't come back yet. But
And so far, according to the sources, is that our Vice President JD Vance is trying to be the mediator to try to, I guess, cushion the this whole situation between Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, and Dan Bongino.
yep, it says it's right here. They try to be the mediator for this case, and I don't know like what to make of this. Why JD Vance has to be try to be or to be the mediator for two grown men and talk it out and kind of like coming back.
Well, there's two things, right? We could look at it like the way you're saying, where maybe like why does it take for that? Like we should be able to, um, especially this is exposing Pam Bondi. Why you're the boss, right? You're the attorney general. Why can't you just fix the situation? And whatever the employment, the issue is, right? But then this goes to show, and it highlights to JD Vance his leadership and his negotiating skills. And it's, I guess, you could look at it this way too. It highlights his point of views. But either way, it all looks bad for Pam Bondi, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I think so. It is a gumbo. I mean,
Yep.
it's a lot of stuff happening at the same time. I mean, we we had the Epstein list, and then we have Cash Patel and Bongino walking out. Now we have the drama of Anthony Fauci
Oh man, that's
getting
another
pardoned,
thing.
using the AUTOPEN. Not only him, it's along with 26 others getting pardoned at the last minute of Biden exit the White House. It is insane how anyone can allow the auto pen to be used in pardon at the last
Eh,
minute.
wasn't he still in the inauguration when these pardons happened? So this is how we know it was an auto pen. I think they should have played it. I think much more elegantly if they're gonna make this type of fraudulent. But yeah, Dr. Fauci, that guy is in the same list as Bibi Netanyahu. They've caused so much pain and hurt and murdered so many people, all in this, well, in Fauci's, in the name of science, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly to find cures and whatnot, but you know, follow the money, like Hillary Clinton said, right? Just follow the money. And there, that guy right there. Oh my gosh, look at that guy. I can't stand the way he talks either.
Yeah. Do you remember back in 2000 and 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, he was stating that he didn't tell Donald Trump to mandate lockdowns, and then another video resurfaced prior to that recommending lockdowns.
Oh yeah, he was switching. He was going back and forth, and a
Yep.
lot of things. Like he said, don't close it off, and then close it off, and
Mhm.
then the mask. Don't quit buying masks, people. It doesn't help anything. And then he says, you know what, mask mandate, have the mask, and it just. Then he said, 30 days to slow the spread. Then it went to 60 days. Then it went to a whole year. Then the COVID shots, it's going to prevent you from getting COVID. And then he said, no, it's not. You need a booster. And then you don't need the third booster. Oh, yes, you do. So it was like, again, The man was just basically like, you ever got your car fixed from a mechanic shop and you go to a high priced mechanic where they're just like they take like 3 hours to find out what it is, and they charge an arm and a leg, right? But they
Hmm.
like, we got a diagnosed, and it's this and that, right? Dr. Fauci is that one mechanic that, like, hey, you need to change the spark plugs, you need to change this, and then doesn't fix the problem, and then he makes you buy like thousands of dollars before he finds the problem,
Yeah.
versus the other guy, if you would have went, Dr. Fauci's that cheap mechanic.
Yeah, but I feel, yeah, that's a good analogy though. That's a good analogy. You keep coming back for the same issue. You spend, let's say, $2,000 to get something fixed with the radiator, and then you come back a week later with the problem persists, and then, oh, it's not the radiator, it's the AC condenser, and then you change the AC condenser, and then you coming back, and it's like, no, it is the transmission. You know what I mean? So it is like he was like that. He was flip flopping, going back and forwards, changing his statements, changing his tune. Went to Congress a couple times, and he was like, "Hey, have you funded the NIH?"
And then he
And
seemed.
then he say no. But later they found the money trail, the
Yep.
money, uh, paperwork, and they find everything that leads
Mm,
to
mm,
he was funded by Obama.
yeah.
And then he say,
Preach.
yeah, and then he like, oh, that was not what was the terminology? Gain of function.
Yep, the gain of function.
That
We are
wasn't that
not.
was
Yep.
not the gain of function, but in
Mm-mm.
definition, it was what he was
Yeah.
doing. You know what I mean? So it is insane how this guy went to Congress, lied to Congress, and nothing has not been done to correct this issue.
And remember, Julio, he went against Dr. Ron Paul. I mean,
Hmm.
that interaction there, because nobody was challenging Dr. Fauci because he's Dr. Fauci, right? I am the science. And Rand, I think it was Rand Paul,
Yep, yeah, I got him
and
right here.
he was like going at him like, facts after facts, and just making Dr. Fauci look so, um
Stupid.
basically exposing him from. I mean, you could tell he was just being a fake, and it was Rand Paul,
Yeah,
not Ron Paul.
yeah,
Rand Paul,
Rand
which
Paul.
Ron Paul is good too. I like Ron Paul.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about perjury is a crime, and Fauci must be held accountable. But he's been saying that since 2021
Mhm.
ish,
Yep.
roughly. I mean, it's been 4 years, and that dude has been in the health department since 1986.
Dude,
Like, come on, he been there for years, and then why? My question, and my wife brought this to my attention. Why he has been there for so long?
yeah, he's been the longest, bureaucrat, because I don't think he was elected in there. I
No,
think
he
he's
was not.
Yeah, so he was the longest and highly paid bureaucrat. And here's the thing. AIDS, the AIDS he had, that was under his. I mean, the AIDS, and then he didn't he had something to do with the 1997, what was that in
SARS.
and it was in the continent of Africa. I don't know
Oh,
what
the
country.
Ebola.
I think so, and they got sued. Pfizer got sued.
Yeah.
They had to pay, and they were just test. Basically, what happened with the COVID shot? That's what they did in Africa in 1995, I think, and in 1997 they made lawsuits, and
Was Bill Gates involved in that too? I don't know.
oh man, I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm sure for again COVID. Look, you guys can look this up, but in 2006, Bill Gates got a patent for COVID SARS-19 in 2006. Make that make sense.
He was playing into the hand of something bad is going to happen. He was calling it out.
And here's the scary thing, Julio. I love red meat. I'm sure everybody likes red meat, but then if you look at 2019, Bill Gates got a patent for a serum that's a drug that they extracted from a tick that makes you allergic to red meat. So if he
Really?
yeah, so if he got a patent for COVID SARS-19 in 2006 and now he's doing a patent for allergic to red meat and the WHO wants us to eat the bugs, I mean, it s- conspiracies, I mean, I'm getting so many ideas right there, I mean, my mind could come up with so many different scenarios.
Man, I'm telling you, this is not looking good for anybody, because it is not good for Donald Trump, because it is another issue that he need to address. That's
Fact.
taking the focus out of him, instead of focusing on the people in Kerrville, Texas, for the flash flood disaster, and so many other stuff happening. Now he had to look and take care of this issue now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's another drama into his plate, and it's like it's never ending. And I believe this will be another problem to tarnish his presidency. That's the only way you can kind of like put a stain on his record, pretty much. Like if he don't do nothing against Fauci, if he don't do nothing against the Epstein list. So I don't know, man. He can do 1 million thing good, but these little things right now going on, it
And
will just damage his reputation.
yeah, this is we got to tread carefully, guys, because
Yeah,
regardless, I know we're hyper focused on this one thing that is very important, but it's we can't lose ourselves in the position where, you know, we have to weigh out what's good and bad. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for Trump, we just are, I mean, again, I guess we were having this off camera, but um, you know, the Epstein stuff was already forgotten.
yeah,
You know, 2024. It wasn't towards the end of the campaign where um, Elon decided to join, and Trump basically, not just Trump, but Elon, Pam Bondi. But again, originally it wasn't Pam Bondi that was going to be the Attorney General. It was going to be Matt Gaetz, and they were going to release the Jeffrey Epstein's, and this was going towards the ending of Trump's campaign. And if you guys remember, prior to that, we weren't the the Epstein things was done. It was over with, and under Biden, it was already forgotten. It
yeah,
was forgotten. So if Trump really doesn't want to release it because he's in there or because whatever, just does make that make sense. Why would he even bring it up then? He would have just not brought it up. He would have told Elon, don't bring that up or whatever, but he didn't, right? They brought it up. Now there is a conspiracy or a intelligence that there's so many things going around. People's coming up with their own conclusions. So this is not nothing factual here. And but there's somebody that thinks that uh Donald Trump Jr. might be on the list and not senior. Yep,
really.
really.
No freaking
And it's starting
man.
to correlate how any father would act. I mean, because think of it. If I was a son
Mhm.
that might have partied too hard with people, celebrities, hey, come over here, let's go on this flight. Oh, we're going here, and he might have landed in the island partying, and once he's messed up, and he never did it again. Either way, he went to the island. Boom, right? You're tarnished. That's it, right? So my deal is maybe, because remember in the beginning they were going hard. You could tell Pam Bondi was being serious. Like, we're gonna and cash. Everybody was like so like about it. Like they
Yeah,
were really down. Like you could see the passion that they were ready to do it. But something, either what I was believing, either spooked him, and then now this theory that's floating around in the internet is that possibly, Junior's in there. And Donald Trump Jr. has always been vocal. And lately, it's say it, it's been radio silence between Donald Trump Jr. And I like the guy, and I hope, everything that I'm talking about, if is not real, but if it is, then I'm sure that's why Trump made that comment. It makes sense why the Trump would make that comment, Julio, that he said some innocent people would get
Hurt,
destroyed. It would
destroyed.
ruin them,
Yeah.
and as a father, I would be saying that too. I wouldn't want to believe. I would be like, "Oh my gosh, son, why did you do that?" you know and especially the if you look at Donald Trump's children, they're well behaved, they're well mannered,
Hmm.
they got, it seems like they got really good hearts. Could he have possibly made a mistake? Yes. And but then it's like the world, and I myself included, that's not an excuse. I mean, I'm sorry, your son made a bad decision. And I mean, he if he just went to the island one time, I'm sure the world's not gonna crucify him like the way they need to crucified Hunter Biden, because Hunter Biden did way worse stuff, you know?
Bro.
I mean, his yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. Like he got the weapons charge dropped.
Oh, he got a lot of stuff overlooked.
That was 10 years,
Yeah,
easy, and he got away with it.
and that was the only one that wasn't an auto pen.
And remember, he was pardoned back to
Yeah,
2014 when the Burisma shenanigans was happening.
and that was an auto pen, FYI. That's the only signature he did an auto
Oh,
pen.
he did a wet signature.
It was a real signature. That was his real
What?
signature. They verified that that was his signature, and all the other
Wow.
stuff is auto pinned. And
Wow.
yeah, but in case nobody knows, or in case anybody doesn't know this, but remember when the laptop got leaked and it was all over Twitter? Okay,
Mm.
I happened to look upon all that and seen, but then there was like notes and pictures and um dude, did you know his brother passed away, and within like months, not even a year or years, months, he slept with his sister-in-law, meaning
Oh yeah,
his
I remember that.
brother's wife. Now, yeah, that is unethical? Yes. Is it breaking any laws? No. But what is breaking the laws is not only did he sleep with his sister in law, he slept with their daughters, his nieces, and I think one of them, by the timeline, she was way underage.
Wow.
So,
There was, remember the book uh Hunter Joe Biden granddaughter wrote. Remember that?
oh yeah, the
She
inappropriate
the
shower.
older one, yeah, the older, he wrote all that stuff happening, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you could see Sleepy Joe sniffing them. It's on video. It's on video.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I mean? It's on video. It's not for me to allege. Just look it up. You will see him smelling, touching, speaking to children in the ear, and they look creep. Their little kids were creeping out, because what he was doing. What did he say to them? They only know. You know what I mean? But and
And
he do it on camera too. On camera.
it was just weird that he would say stuff like, "Oh man,
Like,
you look so beautiful. Don't have a boyfriend until," he said the same line to everything. Now, the first one, it's funny. Ha, yeah, he's just like, making the little girl feel like she's a woman, right?
yeah.
But then when it's like every kid, and he goes out of his way to go, you know what I mean, to their
Yeah, I
hair,
know.
and it's just like, dude, I mean,
That's creepy.
maybe he's trying to suck the youth out of it. I mean, I don't know, but all I gotta say is you
I
ain't doing
know.
that to my kid. You need to stay away.
Yeah, he's very, yeah, he's very creepy. And I mean, if it's like that on TV, just imagine backdoors.
Mm.
Just imagine in backdoors. What would he would able to go or to do to any children? Hey, we have another. Like, what would you do? Like, if this alleged rumor going on about? probably someone in the Donald Trump circle is on the list, whether his son, his nephew, or his nieces, or his grandson, or his in-laws, whatever, whoever is in the Trump circle, probably is on the list or not. Because I'm surprised, like you were saying, like you're right, they were going hard until about a month ago, and then
Yeah.
just
Or not even a month ago. It was like what, February or no, like the moment after that FBI guy was hiding the documents in New York and they went in there and she was saying, "It's in my desk," and this and
mm-hmm.
that. Like right after that, they released, remember, and they had tried to photo up. I think they
Mm.
were really gonna release it, but they redacted it and
Oh
they
yeah, yeah. They
remember?
they invited every social
Yep.
media influencer. They gave them
Yep.
binders and nothing on the binders.
Yep. And
Nothing. There was like a photo op.
yep.
Like it was a try to rattle up people and be like, hey, we're gonna do it, gonna get released. And I'm understanding as a content creator, you get invited to the White House. They promise you a binder with a lot of documents declassified
Correct.
that nobody gonna have but you until you release it to the public. Of course, because they were like thinking, okay, I'm gonna give this video, I'm gonna get hundreds of thousands of dollars upon releasing this information. And when they got that info, it was nothing but dust and spider webs.
It was stuff we already knew. Yeah.
Stuff that we already knew. It was all garbage.
But
And they were pissed. Like
Liz
T Drano,
yep, Liz Wheeler.
Liz Wheeler, all these guys, they were like,
But
what kind of heck is this? You know what I mean? So I feel bad for them too, though.
I okay, so the people that say, "Well, they were planning just to do a photo op," I don't think so, Julio, because think about it. The people they chose those content creators
Hmm.
and news reporters. If they really wanted to make a photo op, they would have invited the people that is part of the swamp, but they didn't. They picked the people that were the loudest, like the Dime Bonginos and them, and at the so they picked people that were going to be vocal. That's what I'm saying. They were really planning to release this, in my opinion, at least by the optics and body language. It looks like they really were, but something they came across something that either spooked them, right? At least that was the first thought. Two, they found out maybe somebody's compromised, or three, which this is the optimistic me wanting to believe this, but three, the other option is that um maybe they're doing Trump's business tactic of blackmailing because he did pass
Oh,
the big beautiful bill
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
hey, you need to jump on board of this, or maybe, and again, this is not ethical. I do not condone that action, but Trump has been known to make some aggressive moves like that in business, and it's illegal, which, that's concerning as well, right? But of course they'll never admit to it, but I mean, it could be that, it could be that. I'm at least hoping that end, even if it's bad, but
Yeah.
at least we know that we picked the right guy.
What would you think if Donald Trump was using the list itself, video, the evidence to blackmail and get this bill passed? Because that bill was dead in the Senate.
Yep.
It was dead. It passed a representative, no issues, no speed bump or nothing. Just it streamed through. It got to the Senate. It was dead upon arrival, and then not even a week,
Yep.
it got passed. So, will you believe that? Will you believe that Donald Trump might use, allegedly, this is a rumor, I'm just speculating, he might use the evidence on his power against the deep state
To
to get
leverage.
to leverage and get that bill passed. I'm just saying. Comment down below. Call me conspiracy theory and all whatever you want. But we just came across. You brought that up to me
Yep.
over the phone, and I was like, hmm. I mean, if they try to kill me twice, If they damage my reputation a couple times, what would I do? I probably do the same thing he did
Mhm.
if he did it. You know what I mean? I would use any tool on my disposal to leverage every situation. And I guarantee you, if he has the power of blackmailing and leveraging those tools, he will get another bill passed very soon.
And okay, so because remember, bills don't normally go this fast. I mean,
Hmm.
this was like, again, back to one of the podcasts I said, this is Trump's speed. And whether he uses this as leverage to say, hey, you know, because again, man, it's nobody really passes um bills this fast. It's insane. I mean, he said, I want it done. What did he say? I want it done on 4th of July. That
Ain't,
happened.
ain't that happen? He signed off on it.
That is crazy.
Yes.
And I can't believe no one's talking about that.
It is crazy because the fact that he wasn't even talking about the big beautiful bill until March. March. That's when he came up with the bill because he was focused on the border.
Yep.
He was focused on getting immigration laws or based not laws, but actually getting the law already on the books, getting reverting all of the stuff for immigration, and then he just focused on the big beautiful bill, and he got it passed in a 2 month period, 2 months, right?
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of 2 months
But see,
time
that's what I'm
frame,
saying.
and then he just made it happen. I think he got the I don't know.
Yeah, it has
Now
to.
you got me thinking like I think he got the videos, I think he got the list or whatever he got on or other people because I never thought that Democrats would vote yes on
Yeah,
that bill.
exactly. And the thing is, I mean, for just like Julio said, can you imagine how many how many bills have passed this much that has this magnitude of things? I mean, for crying out loud, again, chat GPT it, ask it, and say, is it safe to say that this one big beautiful bill 70% of Trump's promise? And you're gonna see that it does. So I mean, the man already finished his job, so to speak, because he got 70%. And it is just crazy that, he's he's making these moves at a rapid speed and in a way that we've just never seen before. And I just like to point out that if he's doing this, it's okay with my book. And yesterday's podcast, um, our buddy said, hey, Kawa, right? He
Mhm.
said, is there one thing and that Donald Trump has done to um, that has helped American citizens or the American people? In my opinion, yes, he has. I believe that the stuff that's going on with ICE and stuff. Hey, I agree. And coming back to ICE, I don't know if you guys seen this, but apparently,
Oh yeah, let me
you
find
know,
that. Yeah, let me
there's
find that
some
image.
yeah, there's some images that are going around, but I just want to know what everybody thinks. And please comment to this because I really want to know. There is a there is a guy that I guess they and ICE was looking for this person. He might have been something to do with the trafficking, and to be honest with you,
It is
he,
funny.
I don't know what you guys think, but this guy seriously dressed as a little
Yeah,
girl,
send it to me so we can post it.
um, as a little girl,
Sorry. Okay,
and
got it. I will look it up. I
he
will
got
look it up.
caught. He got caught, and he looked like a special needs little girl. And when he got caught, obviously, they gave him a cheeseburger, and there's a video floating around of that guy eating a cheeseburger. But if you look at this guy, let me know what you think. I mean, is this the best that we're getting the from the from those
It
countries?
is.
Dude,
It
really.
is. It is hilarious. I mean, I saw that this morning. I was like rolling left and right. I could not believe. Hey, hold your horses before you start coming. But coming down below, look at that. Look at that.
So that's I don't know where
This
this guy's coming from, but that's their finest, you know? I mean, come on now.
no, no, this is hilarious.
this is this is who we're trying to keep right here. L- uh, uh,
Oh,
Every time you feel and
oh
you
Lord,
see
please
that
God forgive me.
this is the best that we're trying to keep right now. Make that make sense.
This is hilarious. I mean, oh my God, bro, it is. I mean, this would go. I mean, you're probably gonna hear a lot of comedians, a lot of right wing uh political pundits talking about this. This is hilarious. I mean, the situation that probably that person is not ideal. Talking about the personal situation that he might going through. I heard or read that that person haven't eat in a couple of days, or so they gave
Yeah.
him a burger, whatever. But it is hilarious how people try to avoid the law and dress, and that's not. This is not the only one.
But see, okay,
We they already captured a few dress as a woman, but this dress
or
as a child, it is
or
hilarious.
remember we had the interview with Hernando?
Oh, Hernando Arce.
Yes. Remember he told us that there is a lot of 20-year-old Hispanic um that look young and they pose themselves because remember we don't vet them. They didn't vet them and they pose to be 14, 15, but really they're like 20 years old and they're prying on our children. And so, I mean, this guy right here, I mean, he looks like a goblin or some type of hobbit. I don't know.
It
but,
is.
but I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Lord forgive me. But the point is, I mean, I got what I voted for,
Yeah.
and I think this is gonna do good. And it okay to back to my whole point where I was coming to this. So I don't think these are getting picked up like the media and all these people think that ICE is just coming to random people. No, they were looking for this guy. They were looking for this guy, and um, they couldn't find him because he was dressed like this. But they eventually found him, right?
Yeah,
And
they found.
so again, that's not of a Gestapo officer because a Gestapo officer would just pick up any random Hispanic person,
Yeah.
and they're going for certain ones that
Mhm.
either have a criminal record or has had a criminal record. See, that's the other thing too that I forgot to mention yesterday. But they're coming after they've got, the Supreme Court approval to go after anybody that even has a green card and that has had
Overstay their visa.
either overstayed a visa or had any criminal record. So like let's say if you have a green card and in within that green card after you've already had the green card you've had a DUI, they're coming for you.
Yeah. Hey,
So
thank you, Jacob, for your comment. People can really blame ICE for doing their job. They just can't. You know what I mean? It is ICE doing what they were instructed to do
yep.
from the get go to do their job, like any police officers, like any firefighter, like any military or any government entity. I mean, if you're hired to do a certain jobs and you're going to do it the best of your ability, hey, that's what it is. And if you are in the law enforcement or peace officer, you're going to uphold the law to the Constitution. Period. I mean, that's what you swear and you are bound to do. So I don't know why people blame ICE for like, oh, they're capturing people left and right. Like, I mean, if I go to Vietnam, for example, and I overstay my tourist visa, which is probably about 100, 120 days, 180
Yeah.
days, whatever case may be, and they look for me and they're like, hey, you got to go.
And then you're dressed like this goblin
And
right
I,
here.
I gotta go. You know what I mean? Hey, if they kick me out, so be it. You know what I mean? I overstayed the visa.
You're not gonna dress up like that?
Nah,
No,
nah. But
no.
I mean,
Oh
his
my god.
eyebrows, man, and he looked like.
Dude,
He
the
had a
the
rap.
lipstick's on point though, you know?
Yeah, look at that. It is hilarious. Comment down below what that person looked like. I mean, his haircut though. Who do that like
It's
cereal
like
bowl
it's
haircut?
yeah, it's like a mix between the haircut and Dora the Explorer.
You know that somebody said that this morning.
Really?
Monchito Elias. He was saying
Oh
like,
man, that's
look like
funny.
Dora the Explorer got lost, and he was like, no food. She got everything on her backpack.
Oh
She got the
man.
map and everything, but
Yeah,
not food,
not
and she
food.
got food. But
Mhm.
let me know down below. Drop your comment of what that person looks like. Just
And
make
and
funny comments,
and
please.
yeah, let us know.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Terrence Williams to post this picture. He's going nuts on
Yeah,
all
shout out to
over.
Terrence.
Yeah,
Yep.
buy his products. He got the pancakes, he got the syrup, he got the
What
whole
is
nine
it?
yards.
Cousin T?
Cousin T.
Yep.
I need to get one of those, man.
I've tried his blueberry. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. Shout out
Yeah.
to Terrence.
Yeah,
Terrence Williams.
his products are pretty good.
Yeah.
Everything that he does is actually really good. I like his take when he does the whole wig with the Maxine Waters. Or remember he used to say, "Go eat chicken," and he was eating chicken. Oh man, that's so funny.
We have another comment dropping off. Let me read because my man, he got eyeglasses. All right, Marlene Miranda says someone definitely did his makeup that for guess. I mean, drop your comment.
Oh man.
Throw me a guess. Who did his makeup? I bet he was his worst enemy.
Oh
And
my
yeah, I
gosh.
know we have another comment from Jacob. Let me read what Jacob says. Just like in your job, you are required to do like any other job, you're required to do your job. You are paid to do.
Oh, he's talking about the ice.
Yeah,
Yep,
plain and
that's
simple.
correct.
Like yeah,
Shout out to Jacob.
shout out, hey Jacob, you are absolutely right. I mean, if you get paid to do something, like I was in the military, and
He put hold on. He put looks like Dora got beat with what?
with an ugly stick. Oh Lord, this is
They
hilarious.
said, "Not today, Dora. You can't
Nah,
explore over here."
she got lost. She
Oh
lost
man.
her map, and she ended up with ice.
Oh man,
So
that's well. At
it,
least they gave her a cheeseburger, so she's not really suffering.
I know she's not. So it is hilarious. Indeed, this today's stuff is crazy. But coming back to the Fauci outer pen deal, it is a big deal. If Donald Trump said it, if he was unauthorized, someone was unauthorized to do the outer pen and sign off on pardons at the very last minute, like they were like hours, like 1 hour or two before Biden exiting the White House, 26 people got pardoned with the outer pen. Those got to be null and void.
Yeah, yeah. Don't for real. I agree with that. And man, that would be see that would and I hope whoever is in the Trump administration listens to this. If we get some type of action like that, if we get the auto pen removed and we get justice, like Hunter Biden gets arrested or Dr. Fauci, this I'm sure this will blow over the whole Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh yeah,
And we need something like that. And at the same time, we really still need the Epsteins to be held accountable.
absolutely.
But
Uh,
hold on, real quick, before we go on, don't you find it ironic though that right before the Diddy case and he gets led basically a slap on the wrist,
mhm,
right before the Diddy case, now you're starting to see the Jeffrey Epstein and it's
mm,
kind of correlating like they're both getting away in a sense. Like it's almost like somebody kind of orchestrated this to come out to fruition.
yeah, yeah. I see it. And we were talking about it, like how, like it because people probably forgot about Epstein
Yeah.
until the P Diddy stuff came around, and P Diddy got away with.
Makes you think about Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein got away with, but Donald Trump got accused from that lady, that crazy lady said that said that Donald Trump allegedly uh, SA
Yeah.
her in the mall somewhere like 30 some years ago,
Yep.
and she was awarded with $80 million. but she didn't bring any proof of it.
Correct.
But Trump was found
And then
liable
the same
for
time
that essay.
and remember the same time she said that, Julio, she was like interviewed by like a reporter, and
Hmm.
then she was telling him like, "Oh, you're cute." And yeah, sometimes I
Oh
she goes,
yeah, the
"Sometimes
reporter.
yeah, she goes, sometimes I fantasize being essayed." And it's like, "What? You just picked a loony chick, you know? She's
Yeah, she was
crazy."
funny.
And
Did Trump get that uh
dropped.
drop?
I think yeah, it dropped.
I think they used that recording, right?
Mhm.
Or something that she was kind of like paid for to do it. I hope she got dropped. What about the Letitia James case in New York of
Bro.
that $350 million
That
deal
she
that
has to pay now and has to pay Trump too.
she lost the case?
Yes, bro.
So Trump doesn't have to pay.
No, everything's gonna get overturned. Everything that Letitia was trying to blame Trump on,
She was
she was doing it.
she was doing it with a house in Virginia, something like that.
Yes. Yes,
She put
she
her
fraudulent.
dad as her husband. That's
Yes, dude,
crazy.
that is nuts.
That
That's a
is,
Elon Omar right there,
oh
all
my
over.
god. Why?
How can like that's the thing. Anytime the Democrat accuses something, it's now should be like a formula. Okay, let's see what they're doing because that means they're doing what the very thing they're accusing
I
of,
know.
you know. And all these bogus charges and stuff like that. I sometimes think to myself, like, man, how can it be that um all these phony charges and nothing stuck. Nothing stuck. Not one thing. It's almost like the Catholic people need to make Trump a saint or something because they didn't find anything. If you're that rich, and here's the other thing too. I find it crazy that he doesn't drink and everything, which is a very good thing. But all I'm saying is that if he was on the client list, and if you know then they would have scapegoated. They would have reacted everyone else's name, and they would have nailed Trump to the wall, and we wouldn't have had this presidency that we have now. So, that's just my opinion, of course. And I guess uh it just so crazy to me that, you know, with everything that we're seeing now on all the accomplishments that Trump is doing, my concern is that we're going to get separated, divided into two-party system, or I mean three-party system, because Elon is helping. I forgot what's his name to come up with the third party, and it's just so much to unpack there. But I think we just need to focus on what we see every day with our dollars, with our money, because the average Americans really do, like, we care about this so much. We're being vocal and bringing this out because we are passionate about this, because we want these horrible individuals to be held accountable. But the everyday American, their concern is, I'm sorry, I got distracted by the door of the Explorer. But
Yeah.
but the everyday things, like why my milk is cheaper, and so I think Trump is trying to get that done as fast as possible. And with the whole one big beautiful bill, we should start seeing that go in effect here shortly. um, and when it does, man, we're gonna it's gonna we're gonna be happy. But uh, it's just, I don't know. What's your thoughts? Maybe I'm just too pro Trump. Maybe I'm too MAGA. Um, but I wasn't fully all MAGA at one point. If you have me on my social media, you'll see I had a picture with Ted Cruz,
Iraq,
which I'm
you
probably gonna have to
probably
change
know
it.
that the Democratic
Uh
primary did
oh.
not go the way I had hoped.
Yeah.
Ooh, I heard that voice.
Yeah.
That's
Now that you bring it up, Andrew Cuomo opened a third party.
oh, that's who Elon is probably working with. I knew it was
Yeah,
somebody.
he opened a third party. So basically, he's still on the race. Ain't
Man,
that ain't that crazy?
yeah,
Ain't that crazy how he pulled that off? I don't know. I haven't seen the details of it, we're gonna he posted a video on X 3 hours ago. I'm gonna show that video real quick. Please don't go
This is
anywhere.
my first time seeing it, so you'll see my reaction
Yeah, you're
real
gonna see our
time.
reaction. Please comment down below. Let us know what you think about this Cuomo open a third party. I'm gonna play this video real quick. I hope you like. Hopefully the video plays.
He probably knows he's not gonna win. He's just gonna collect a lot of money.
Hello,
I know.
I'm Andrew
Hello,
Cuomo.
I'm
And
Andrew
unless you've
Cuomo.
been living
And
under a
unless you've
rock,
been
you
living under
probably
a
know that
rock,
the
you
Democratic
probably know that
primary
the
did not go
Democratic
the way I
primary
had
did not
hoped.
go the way I had
To the
hoped. To the
440,000 New Yorkers who voted
440,000
for
New
me, a
Yorkers who
sincere
voted for
thank
me,
you.
a
Thank you
sincere
for
thank
believing
you.
in me
Thank
and
you
my
for believing
agenda.
in me
And
and my agenda. And
Oh, I messed it up.
He's buffering. He's
Yeah,
buffering.
it's
Hey,
buffering.
but he's running for mayor, right? Still.
Yeah, he's still running for
Well,
mayor.
okay, I would take a Cuomo over this other guy.
Oh, Soren
Yeah.
Mamdani. Oh yeah, that guy. That guy. So what Jacob says, as a blue collar worker, I'm still waiting on the
Tax on
not tax
overtime.
on overtime. Oh man, that non tax on
Yeah, let
overtime
me
is
see
good.
exactly while we're looking at this video. I'm gonna try to see when should we see.
I know. Like look it up. Look
Yep.
it up. When we gonna see that no tax on overtime or non tax on tips? I'm waiting for the non to take the tax away from suppressors on the 2A. You know what I mean? I just want to go. Let me know down below. Let me know if you just want to go to the gun shop, grab your suppressor, walk out with it the very same day. Because hey, it's not a firearm. It's just an accessory. You know what I mean? So let me know down below whether when would you like to see that the ATF get it out of the suppressor. I just want to go buy like I buy a trigger or like I buy any other part for my pews. But you're right. I can't wait for the blue color. The blue color, man, I'm telling you, those are hard workers. Those are the backbone of America right there. Absolutely. Totally agree. Jacobs, let us know where you're working at. What kind of industry you work at. We would like to see what people do in the regular life. I used to be in the military. Robert, my humble here, used to be on still on the pipeline, right? Still on the
No,
oil.
I'm no longer in the oil field. I was a pipeline welder. Um, you know, in for the most part, just welder. If I wasn't in the oil field, I worked in mechanical services, and that's basically like HVAC,
my experience.
commercial. But now I'm just estimating for HVAC, and I like it. It's pretty good.
All right, that's awesome. So let us know what is your take on these upcoming midterms, which is approaching really fast. This midterm is like they coming up like in a few months. Like they start going developing uh more news around the midterms for the next year. Here in Texas, they're already gearing up for for the midterms. I already see a few candidates running for for the Republican Party. We got a few candidates nearby, the new ones, not the same ones, but a new one. And I would like to see more, but I would like to see new candidates for Dallas and Austin
Yeah,
and
facts,
Houston too. But
facts.
I want to see downtown new candidates for mayor and and representative for those three areas because we need to convert those to back to red because blue ain't cutting it.
Yeah, facts. Jacob says he's uh chemical operator.
Oh,
Oh,
chemical
wow.
operator. All
Well,
right.
Jacob, here to answer your question, yes, um, uh, it looks like it will go in. It's gone in effect now, July 4th, and it says to if you're planning your finances or taxes around the change, especially for 2025 returns, it is wise to review eligibility and documentation rules once the Treasury issues final guidance by October 2nd of 2025.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so basically, if you fall under that, like if you're in salary, you're probably not going to fall into that, obviously, right? If you're um now if you're like a worker that you do see overtime every time of your week or double time, you should get no taxes on it. And I think by this year, you're still going to get your taxes removed, but you're just going to get
A
a
refund.
refund
Okay.
when you do your taxes on 2026. And then beyond that, I think I don't want to get the wrong facts, but this goes all the way to 2035. So
Man, that's good.
that
That's
is that
growth, man.
is
That's
yeah,
growth.
dude.
Yeah, Donald Trump said. Somebody mentioned that Donald Trump said that will put around between $5,000 and $10,000 on the families
Yep.
impacted by this bill. So, man, 5,000 or between 5,000 and ten thousand
That's a lot
dollars.
of money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Dude,
And you can do a lot of tax. You can deduct the taxes on the property that you pay. If you bought your car in the United States, you can deduct the taxes, those interest that you
yep.
already paid on it. So that's huge.
And
That's
see
huge.
and see people a lot of a lot of people don't realize this, but uh there's some of the stuff that Biden amended in the tax was that was currently going. And if you're a W4 W2, you couldn't sorry, misspoke, but you couldn't write off like mileage and stuff like that. And which he took that off,
Yeah.
and now with this is back to 2017 where you're able to do stuff like that. So again, if I was you guys, I would go to your local CPA or figure out how you can, because a lot of these rich billionaires, they're with the Democrats. Tax the rich, because they know how to manipulate their uh, income to show that they don't own anything. A lot
Mm.
of these major billionaires and rich people like Donald Trump's and Elon Musk and just a bunch of us, or a bunch of them. I'm sorry, I'm not rich, but a
Yeah.
bunch of them, that um, they'll be out there, they basically don't own anything. Their corporations owns the house. The corporations own this, and they're all LLCs. So if they do get into a pinch or in trouble, they're able to uh, bankrupt one company and allocate all the property before they bankrupt it. You know, uh, transfer it to another LLC, and the other LLC bought it for a low cost, because so again, it's just there's ways
To play the system.
maximize your
It's
income.
not even play the system. It's just actually using the rules on the books.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because nobody plays the system. It's just they're using the rules on the book that they know.
Yeah, like what did Trump say to Hillary? If I'm doing something bad, why didn't you change it?
Yeah, that's true. That was the day that I got woke.
Yeah,
I was
mic
like,
dropped.
oh my god, that's a good question.
Yeah.
But so far, man, so far, this is a rough 6 months of the second term of Trump. It was real rough because it started on doing all these 4 years of Biden, and then closing the gate, closing the border, trying to fix the economy, stop the linking of the money because it's a lot of money that was splurged.
Yeah.
A lot of money was
Yep.
splurged with USAID. You have NGOs, you have corporation taking money out, you have states sucking FEMA money out. I mean, it was a whole crazy stuff.
Yep.
And Trump stopped it, most of it, stopped the bleeding because the hemorrhage was bad.
Correct.
we
No,
were bleeding.
yeah.
We were bleeding so fast. We had like minutes to leave, and then he stopped the bleeding. He was a tourniquet to stop the bleeding.
Exactly.
Now he putting stuff back together,
And
and
then,
it hurts,
yep.
and it hurts, but it takes time.
And going off your analogy, he was the tourniquet, and at the same time, now that it stopped the bleeding, he's got to do surgical, and this is where the money gets there's going to be some debt, there's going to be some expense. Just remember this, just look at it as as like you're doing your local finances. What happens when you are spending more than what you're making, right? What is the first thing you need to do in your finances? Well, the first thing you need to do is find out what are you spending. That's what Doge happened. When you find out what you're spending, then you start realizing, what do I need to eliminate? And once you eliminate, or you find out I can't eliminate anything, then it's either change my lifestyle or change a career, right? So in this case, Donald Trump, being the innovator and the businessman, or not and when I mean innovator, I don't mean him like inventing the physical. I'm saying inventing ways of making business deals. So what did he do? The tariffs, the oil I mean, like he's generated, he basically got a new career for America, manufacturing, the AI data centers, that's amping up the economy to grow the GDP. And guess what? Now he needs to get loans, just like you would in your finances. You're going to try to, you know, again, just look at it in a perspective of you running your finances if you were in a bad situation. Because America, prior, we've been like that. We've been spending more than our checks are coming in, and now on top of that, we're giving out money like we're making, like we're rich. We're just trying to pretend that we're this rich country, and we have the potential to be rich, but at the same time, a rich person can uh become poor again, because you just there's it just got to make sense when to give money. You got to know when not to give money. And I think the country was in a position where we were trying to show off, like, and I'm trying to use it to a point where you guys can see how a country is like, how this country, as in a personal, which I know is more complex. I'm just trying to simplify it so you can see what Trump's plan is, because it's, if you ever run finances in your own home, it makes sense for all those leftist liberals that don't own anything or don't run any finances. That's why they don't understand this. So, like, now that he's created jobs, he's changed the career. Now he's cut some fat that he found, which that's what Doge did. Now he knows where we stand. Now he's allocating which way it goes, and there's going to be some debt, but there's going to be increase. And when you get debt, what are you doing? It's like, let's say I have credit card bills. What do? You consolidate them. But by you consolidating, because you don't have liquidated cash to cover those debts, what do? You go to a bank and you get another loan that's going to cover more than your debt, right? Because that loan, you're going to pay off all those loans. Now you have to pay with one. That's why it's called consolidate. You're basically now narrowing down to one bank. And which is, it's sad that I'm over here, you know, talking about basic finances, like, but the point is, this is what I feel like Trump's doing. Basically, it's like, it's relatable to most Americans that are going through it. And I think this is why some of us understand what he's doing. And what's your thoughts?
But that's right, man. You have to do it. You have to cut the fat. Once you find out, like you're right. Once you find out what your money is spending, like if you're spending money at home, people gonna cut out the subscriptions. Like,
Yeah.
do I need to cut out my Netflix? No, I need to stop paying for my Google Prime or or Amazon Prime or YouTube Prime. All the stuff that you spend money in a small amount, but when you accumulate them all in 1 month, you'll be spending 100, 200, $300 on subscriptions.
Yep.
And there could be that money could be turned to use in another aspect of like groceries, gas money, toll money for to go to work. And people need to understand that that's what Trump is doing. He just basically cutting the fat, see how much money we saved, and using that money, using the same money that we saved to fund all the stuff that we need to fund in order to keep America running. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to people, but it is what it is. It's like you explain that to your children and they don't get
Yeah, and I hope
it.
and I hope everybody has this discussion with your children,
Yeah.
because remember, this is one thing that I would like to, I guess, if what we do here, if anything, it helps the viewers, whoever sees this, that we need to have these conversation with our kids as parents. We're the ones that taught them how to walk, how to use the restroom, how to clean themselves, how to shower properly, how to brush your teeth, how to talk, how to, so it only makes sense that we are the guide, we're the training wheels to them. So these basic financial rules and stuff, and that's why I try to teach my kids the best thing the best way I can. And there's a difference between just telling them and teaching them. You must engage in them. You must have them. If and they'll say, "Man, oh, Daddy's lectures again. I just had one question." But it's just, the thing is, I want to make sure they understand this, because no one taught me this. This was something that, bumping your head, and you don't have to do that. This is, we are, if you guys that believe in evolution and stuff, this is one thing that our DNA, uh when you have kids, it transfers information, right? Well, that's how God made us, that we are supposed to transfer this. Even the Bible, it tells you to teach your youth. And so I think that we should, or our children, I think, you know, these basic financials, the kids should know by the time they're in high school. Teach them how to fill out a W-2. We have printers. Print out a W-2 basic. Every year, print it out. It's free. You can, and Google, and then teach them all that. And basically, you would, stuff like this that Trump's going on, it's not going to be so confusing,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be relatable. And this is what I've seen, Julio, that a lot of these people don't know this.
No, they don't. They don't.
Did you know that I ran across somebody that they said, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna take the healthcare," because they thought Medicaid was gonna affect her insurance.
Mhm.
She works. She has a private insurance from her company. She thought that that was gonna affect her.
Really?
Yes. And then when I said, "Oh, no, 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 no. Medicaid is for the people that are getting government help." And, when I got to a tone where I was like, I'm not trying to, you know, belittle you or make fun of you, but I'm just saying, do you know how Medicaid works, or what is that? And she said, no. And so I went and explained to her that, hey, Medicaid's for people that are getting help, like from the government, that are able to work, that are able to this. Your health care is not going to be touched. That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's private.
And then she was like, "Oh, well then, yeah, I don't." I'm like, "Yeah." So see, how many? And then it got me thinking, how many people actually think that?
Yeah. And the same is when Trump said it, it was for illegal immigrants. They
Oh,
were getting SNAP, EBT, and Medicaid.
oh
There
my
were like
gosh.
2 million of immigrants getting our money, like your money,
Oh
Jacob's
man,
money, and my money, and they were
man.
getting that money for free. And Donald Trump said, "You know what? They're not citizens.
Yeah, they shouldn't get any
You know what I mean? They
benefits.
shouldn't get any benefits. Like, why? If I go to Russia, do I get benefits from being in Russia? I bet not. The only benefits I'm going to get is probably bread, water, and a plane ticket back home."
Yeah, and their words matter, right? I mean, what's the difference between a green card holder and a citizen? There's got to be a distinction. A green card, it's kind of like when you work in an agency and you work in a company. The people that work in agencies, they don't get paid holidays. They don't get PTOs. They don't get you know, uh, they're the first ones to get let go if they need to get layoffs. And a company hand, well, he gets overtime. He gets PTOs. Well, used again. I'm just using it in your day to day basic. The same thing with citizen. A citizen has benefits, and a non-citizen shouldn't have the benefits of the country that they're in. So, which is crazy because there was a bunch of us from the right saying that they were using the FEMA money to pay for the illegal immigrants. And then the left were saying that we were lying, spreading misinformation that wasn't happening. Then we find out through Doge it was 100% right, dude. And
Yeah,
they're still paying it right now.
yeah. Some of them are still
Yep.
paying. Yeah, some of them because Trump stopped the USAID. He stopped that, but there's money already allocated with FEMA,
Mm-hmm.
and FEMA were paying the NGOs or contractors or subcontractors to do housing in New York. There is you sent me one video about it. There
Yeah.
is one I don't know that company name, but they're still housing people in New York,
Yes.
and they're
Yes.
still housing people, and they're still spending money. As of right now, they're still spending taxpayers' money already allocated to shelter illegal immigrants.
That is just disturbing,
You know
dude.
what I mean? Illegal immigrants. That money, if we go collect that money, all of it,
Yep.
and we put it to the immigration system to expedite those application for citizenship that people has been waiting in years. You could have used that money to hire more people to expedite those already applications. We would have fixed the backlog tremendously.
Oh yeah, no,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure. Yes,
Dropping
dude.
your comment down below. If we would have used those hundreds of billions of dollars used for bringing illegal immigrants to the United States, we would have used that money to hire more people, to create more jobs, to
Yes.
process all those applications for people that've been waiting in line for 6, 7, 10, 20 years.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We wouldn't be in
We
the backlog, which should be done in a year or two.
yeah, we would be
We'd be
oh
good to go.
man, we would be good to
We'd
go.
be good to go. All those people that've been waiting, doing the paperwork the right way, they wouldn't be in citizen by the end of the year or mid next year. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people saying it. It's a lot of people saying like Kawa. He was our guest last night, and he said it. He has to wait almost 5 to 7 years to do it the right way.
Yeah, and that's the sad reality is that there is when people think of ICE and deportation and this and that,
They
they think
villainize him.
yeah, they think that every immigrant is illegal. And they think that that's how we see it, the Republicans, the conservatives. And no, we have a distinction. Again, words matter, people. you know, um, uh, if you are legal, meaning you came through the certain channels to come into. Let's again, I like to use simple terms like let's just say my house is America. My neighbor's house is Mexico, and I'm only using Mexico, or let's use Canada because I guess I don't want to trigger people. But let's say m- my house is United States, and Canada is my neighbor's house. Okay, so my house has a fence in the front, but the sides don't have a fence. It doesn't have a fence all the way around. It just has a fence in the front,
Mhm.
and we have people, protecting the front of the fence, but not the sides. And then, my kids are the population of America, and my neighbor's kid from Canada, well, his friend comes over to visit USA, sees all the stuff that we have. Oh my gosh, I love it here. I don't want to leave. And he decides to live there. Okay. He came in through invitation, overstayed visa, right? Now follow me through this way. Now, one of the Canada's children decides, you know what? I'm going to go through the back window. And then I see it's open. So I sneak in there, and now it's dinner time. And I see another Canadian in my dinner table. So I'm like, okay, I'm feeding him. Well, then eventually, even though I'm got enough money to feed all of them. Eventually, I'll have so many kids from the Canada coming in here to the point where I can no longer take care of my own children and I don't have money no more. And at the same time, I'm sending money to Canada, my neighboring who's Canada, and I'm taking his kids that don't. Well, I mean, the question is, why is his kids leaving his house, right?
Yeah,
That's why is he leaving? But I'm sending him money to help him because so though his kids won't keep coming to my house, but they keep coming to my house, and then guess what? Eventually, I'm gonna run out of money,
you will
and that's
sooner or
what's
later.
going on with America. And then here comes Trump saying, "Hey, we need to build the wall all the way around so that way at least we can regulate who and what is coming." But again, basic terms.
Yeah, it is. It is how it's like you were saying. Words matters, and they use all identity politics, and
Yep.
and and they use the Mexican people. They've been working here for thousands, for hundreds of years, in decades, doing it the right way. Even I see Mexicans that are legal legal
Yep.
citizens. They're pissed because all these people cut in line. They get more benefits,
Oh yeah.
and they've been telling me like, Julio, I was here for 5 years fighting, or 10 years fighting to become a citizen, and I became a citizen 3 or 4 years ago. But these people, and I never, they never asked for handouts. They told me
Exactly.
like I never asked for a handout. I just went to work. They had the businesses now, and they're doing well, but they never asked for a handout because they want to contribute. They came over here to progress. But those people, the new breed, that come over here, they come over here just to for the freebies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they come over here for the free. They don't want to work. They just want to rob. They just want to assault people, and we see it. We see it on the street. They get caught DUI all the time.
All the time. All the time.
Ran over people. They SA people. They rob people. They've been doing the same thing they were doing in Venezuela. The same thing they were doing in Haiti, in Haiti, and whatever. They try to come over here just for the honey pot. We are the honey pot. We
Well,
we got we got the honey, we got the money, we got the goods, and yeah, come over here and live your life without consequences. Go ahead.
but
Come
and
on.
and they think that we are, because in their country, they think we're like
Privilege.
just yeah, yeah, exactly. We have a bunch of money, we have a bunch of stuff. I mean, y- I will say this. I've been to Mexico. I've been to places where my dad was born and from. And at the time that I went, which was around 2003, um, dude, they have wild donkeys just roaming around the roads. It's just like, oh, there's a donkey right there. Wait, no one's freaked out. It's just the roads don't have roads. It's like dirt. And anyways, um but these people think, oh man, they have roads, they have this, so it's so futuristic. It's so, to certain Mexicans, some Mexican like from Monterrey, they look like us. Acapulco looks like us, Cancun, but the thing that gets me is that these people, they think they come here and they're going to have success
Overnight.
overnight. And they realize, like, no, man, it's actually worse here because I have to work every day just to have the basic necessities or the things that I don't have over there,
Yep.
and it's not that easy. And then the family, they're like, "Hey, we helped you get over there with the at the time as coyotes, but now we paid the cartels, and now you're over there,
You
and
owe them money.
you owe us money. So send money back to home, send money back to your mom because a lot of the Mexican beliefs is that, hey, my son needs to take care of me. I don't care if he gets married. I don't care about his kids. He needs to feed me over his kids. That's
Yeah,
so twisted, bro.
that is twisted. That is twisted. We are about to close this live stream today. Thank you for joining us. I will close out with this epic picture. So hold on, let me close this out.
Let this sink in your mind.
Let this sink in. Think it overnight. Just imprint this on your head tonight. Let me know what you think about this.
Just remember, anytime you hear ice, think of this hobgoblin
Yep.
and look at that bite of that cheeseburger. Man, I think he rocked that dress pretty good though. What do you think?
I know. That is the makeup though, the
Dude,
haircut and the makeup.
is his ears pointy?
His ears are
You
pointy,
know,
but
there
the haircut though,
oh man.
the
In
haircut is
Spanish, he looks like a duende,
like
you know?
like a goblin or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does. It is
man.
funny though. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Don't forget. Let me stop this. Here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us. We also on yesterday. I did open through social. You can follow us in through social now at the X-Ray Podcast. So together you find us. You will see our faces there. So
Yep.
please join the conversation. I will be posting there daily. Also follow us on X, YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Instagram. And what is the other one? Oh,
Um
and Spotify
on
too.
Spotify, yep.
Just follow us on Spotify, and also we are in iTunes. Just if you listen to podcasts through iTunes, we there also.
Yeah, so like if you just want to hear us, if you just want to hear like because I'm gonna be I'm guilty of that. I like to listen to it while I'm
Yeah,
at work or while I'm doing something like in the garage or something, working on a car. I just listen to podcasts. My wife's like, "How do you do that?" Well, I don't know. I thought I was the only one, but apparently there's a lot of people that does that.
yeah, I do too.
Yeah. So, guys, we're basically doing a live almost every day or every other day. So just stay tuned, and just make sure that you don't miss out because sometimes we do talk about some pretty crazy stuff. And if you're on the chat, we'll go as much as we can because this chat sometimes gets wherever you're watching it. In this case, it's Facebook,
Facebook,
Rumble, uh,
Facebook and YouTube.
YouTube. So, and then some of the comments we can't get to because either they're kind of saying things that we probably shouldn't say. So, you know, so but again, we try to stay unfiltered, but that's why we say keep it civil, or that's what I say.
Yeah. Yeah. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good one. God bless you. And take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Help us out. That will go out tremendously. So if you in the chat, let us know. Let us know if you like the content, and also let us know who you would like to see next in our podcast. We will try to bring new people in every other day. New
Yep.
commentator. Yesterday we had Kawa Malahi. A few days ago we had JJ Carroll, and hopefully sometime this week I will
Or
have Lou Valentino.
or if one of you guys feel like, hey, if this comes to your feed and you're hearing this right now, if you feel like
You
you
want to
want
come
to
on?
come to the show,
Let us know.
let us know, and maybe we could do the virtual or actually a sit down. But let us know. We'd like to hear anybody's perspective in politics, and all we ask is just keep it civil.
All right.